G'day YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's Factory. Today, once again, we're going to be taking a look at what we have left off from like yesterday, and we're going to be taking a look at some more, I don't know, Japanese related stuff. But in this case, I think we're going to be looking at the Origami Penguin Club toy range and see how Japonic it actually is. In fact, there's a lot of car activity outside though at the moment though, because it's Monday and people are working extremely hard at this time though. But do you know who else actually works much more harder than this country? Japan does, and they take good naps. Maybe it's best not to replicate them, but anyways, without actually yeah, I won't work for that too long whenever I produce videos like this on YouTube. Sorry, my throat's gone a bit quirky and stuff, so it's going to be quite a totally different sort of video. It actually is quite sunny though. Sorry, I've just it's that water bottle that's on the way here. Right, without reacting too much, I am going to start up doing an elaborate toy review and see how this will work. Okay, so the first product I'm going to show you is this, which is overall something that you may have never expected. Sorry, I'm just having a little sore throat now. And I think this is the first product to have like a jungle fern, and it's called the Prehistoric Living Fossil Gardens Tour 12 pack. Costs about £15.50. This is actually exceptionally normal for tours like that in that range. And there you go, there's the instructions on how to, at the back of the packaging, to play around with the cameras. They actually look fairly nice. There you go, you've got like a black penguin and a green penguin spotting what looks like to be a overall it's a big fern, which looks very, very nice. And let me just go ahead and unpack this, because it is quite an interesting little product. It actually makes sense that the Penguin Clockwork themed products are actually expanding in size. I mean, what do we have here? Yeah, that's actually not too bad. So we've got some ferns, and we've also got some moss, which is very interesting. I mean, what is that? So it's got like a little tiny holder which has been broken upon. That's not very good, but from what I can work out, hey, that actually looks like a fairly nice looking funky flower. It looks very interesting though somehow. It's a nice looking fern. Then you also got this thing here, which I presume is also a fern. They would have been like chalk pasteled, and then they would have been, you know, it did like a whole bunch of watercolouring within it though. So that would have been fairly nice to paint through. It's a very nice looking, well, painted fern of some sort though. Looks like it's all, anyway, it looks like something that a child would pretty much make. And we've also got some penguins next. So we've got a green one, who for some reason is actually painted with a mixture of watercolour and felt tip markers. Same with the other penguins too. Like this black one here as well. You know, these are actually fairly nice, even though, with that being said, I would have preferred them if they were felt tip markered type penguins. And here's the blue one. Yeah, very, very nice ones, aren't they? So, we've got the penguins, and then we've also got like a tour guide penguin. We've got a safari hat, and then we've also got like a tour guide penguin hat, which for some reason doesn't actually feature like a little question mark or something, which is a bit sad, because it's usually on the front of the packaging. It's usually on hats and stuff though, but I'll just assemble it anyways. I don't think I'll be reviewing all of the flip-up toys I'll be covering so far in this video, because, you know, I can just save them for literally at any time, which would be something, isn't it? Maybe I should probably wear that first. Maybe get that little sachet first. I don't know how this is actually going to end up fitting in, but I hope it will. Yes, hopefully it should start to fit in, although it's a bit tatty, that beak. I think it's kind of a bit uncanny seeing that. Pretty corny. You know, just slide that sachet in towards the beak. That's a bit strange, but there we go. I think we've got the sachet through, and we're getting the little hat on, which is interesting, and then we've also got a camera as well. Now of course, the camera is a bit different. Now I'm not talking about the webcam, I'm talking about the toy camera that this toy product actually has that I'm reviewing at the moment though. Those hats, man, they're a little bit fiddly and diddly. This is why it's like, you know, freaking Lego minifigures. Anyways, we'll try and go ahead and play around with that camera of some sort. Mind you, I could tell what I'm going to say, we've just experienced quite a very unusually cold August and wet summer, which actually isn't too bad for such dynamic form going on here. Anyways, we're going to set up the camera, which is this, and the camera itself seems to be, you know, fairly interesting. If I try and click it like that, so it actually does the same feature. Strangely enough, it's funny as it sounds though, it does that. So when you just sort of reset it, you sort of click back those flaps, and then when you sort of push them down, when you push it together like that, when you push this middle piece here, bam, look at that, that's when you end up with like a nice little camera. And then we've also got some moss, which is probably one of the least interesting of all pieces to have. Maybe they could be used as decorative items to represent the theme, but I don't know. It just actually doesn't look too bad. And there's another safari hat as well. Very interesting. I mean, yeah, it actually doesn't look too bad when you have a huge array and a variety of products, which is sort of interesting. Maybe I should do a jump cut, because I do know my throat is actually becoming a little bit croaky though. In fact, I should probably do one now, because I don't want to, you know, ruin the whole video and just go completely overboard with my throat going all sore. And then, just excuse me, I've got a bit of a cough here. I'm back. Okay, without my throat getting a bit AWOL somehow though, let me just go ahead and take a look at another that product next. Now I think the one I'm actually going to look at for is this, and also probably this product here as well, because I'm going to be thinking about ninjas. But first we're going to be taking a look at this. This is the Origami Penguin Club World Cassette Tape Tour, Factory Tour, Retro Museum, Round Exploration 12 pack. £10.99, £11. That's actually very nice. And there's the back of the packaging here, with one of the penguins handing what it looks like to be a cassette tape, and we've got the same tour guide penguin, which is interesting. So yeah. Also, cassette tapes have been very popular in Japan, mainly because it was all down to, like, you know, just after the Second World War. You know, after the Second World War, guess what? Everything in Japan moved on forward. In fact, we've got, like, you know, quite a few tour guide penguins. We've got, you know, 2 of them, obviously. And here we go, there's the tour guide penguins here, with one already been setting up, a little figurine, and we've got some question mark looking hats. That's nice, isn't it? And this little sachet is actually much more wider than before. Sorry about that, pardon me. And there's another one here as well. Yes, these little parts are actually very mixed and matchable, somehow, which is actually very fantastic. So we've got some brown sachets. And the birds outside making this video are actually magpies. Sorry I'm getting distracted by birds. I might show you where they are, because, you know, you might be fairly impressed and amazed of what they're up to. But I might as well just keep on doing my toy video, or else I just lose focus, even though I love watching birds. It's something. Right. Yeah, I might as well just carry on from where I've left off there, or else I get distracted by, you know, a lot of birds somehow. Okay, we've got some tour guide penguins. Got some different red colours. We've got like a blue penguin. All of these penguins are done via felt tip pens, as I've double checked. Here's a black one here, eh? There you go. It's got like a very weird sort of bent beak. Kind of a bit strange, isn't it, eh? Here's the other side of it as well. Nervous to know how much detailing and how much effort they've actually added onto the penguins without making it too dirty. And then you've also got the green penguin. It's not easy being green, isn't it? In fact, Yeah, that looks very, very nice. And then we've also got like a bluish penguin. Now this one here looks like it hasn't actually been coloured in properly though with felt tip markers, or in this case colouring pencils. Yeah, it's actually kind of a mixture of both. And then we've also got this orange penguin, who for some reason is properly coloured in with felt tip markers, although it's not really great when you think about this line here. It's missing a bit of ink, isn't it? But the most interesting aspect about this product are the little cassette tapes. Who knows, I could probably find they look like, you know, tiny VHS tapes. Cassette tapes, they look very, very cute. Maybe I should probably focus on buying a new Walkman. Sorry, MP3, or, I don't know. Cassette tapes are still making, they're still going to be made, but no longer the Walkman. I tell other guys though, whenever I see cassette tapes, they do represent the Japanese post-economy miracle, because, you know, it was a time when Japan was actually, you know, how'd you call it, blossoming its economy and blossoming its population into the peak, especially during the 70s and the 80s. You know the Japanese post-war economy miracle? It was when Japan was very productive, and then they made like cassette tapes. Even video game consoles like the Sega Mega Drive or the Genesis. And even cars as well though. In fact, I could show you so many different machines here and different, you know, gadgets they've actually seemed to have invented, which is amazing. Thank you, Japan, for sorry, I'm just feeling tired. Thank you, Japan, for actually bringing us such amazing stuff after the war. But it's so amazing that, you know, that's the modern side of Japan. Maybe I should bring some waifus and see how they would recall, remember looking at VHS tapes. Wouldn't that be great? You know, if I had like a cassette tape penguin with waifu hair, it would be like the most city pop / future funk type thing in the universe. Anyways, let me just think of another product. How about some bunny rabbits? Because, you know, maybe like a Chinese bunny rabbit sort of thing though. Let me just take a look at these two. Okay. So we've got this one here, which is Year of the Easter Bunny, of course. It's a Chinese New Year themed one. Flip Origami Penguin Club World. £15.50. Okay, that is, what's that one called? The Tropical Ocean Fruit Treats 12 pack, because it's probably based in Malaysia, isn't it? There you go, there's the back of it. This is like something that people would often do in tropical countries, just to grow loads of fruit commercially and then sell into like markets. Look at that pineapple. It looks like it hasn't been done properly though. It looks like it's done by a procreate, and no one seems to work upon it though. Alright. Let me just take a look at what's inside. I think it's a very good product. It's a great looking product, even though it's got like 2 of each. There we go, out they come. Okay, so we've got some pineapples, some penguins, and we've also got some bunny rabbits as well. That looks fairly nice. Let's see what we have. So we've got 2 of those penguins. So we've got like a yellow one and a pink one. Noticing they actually look very nice. And we've also got some Asian conical hats, which is pretty much the hallmark of penguins living in Asia. Look at that. And then going for the same theme is another one here as well. There's another. Oh, freaking hell! What am I doing here? And it can actually be worn in either ways or two. There you go. That's interesting. Although that was a fail, but overall it is actually quite an amazing little set of penguins. And what else do we have? We also have 2 bunny rabbits, yeah, which look like that. I've got the pink one and the white one there. They look very cute and cuddly. And then here comes 2 little baskets and a couple of mangoes. And then you could probably set them in 2 different aisles. And then you've also got like a couple of pineapples. The pineapples overall, whenever I think of the way they've actually been rendered, they actually don't look like they've been painted that well. Or in this case, been coloured that well though. Maybe I Should have never noticed that the white is still there though. Maybe I should try and, you know, get rid of the white next time though and see if I can make it all nice and good again. But it is quite interesting. I have to add some cream because my hand skin is absolutely parched, like an absolute desert. Feels like my hand skin is almost feeling like it's in a bit of a drought. But anyways, I think I've got it in now. Just to totally soak in some cream, which is so nice. Trying to add some cream so that my skin won't go dry, obviously. Let me just basically repack what I've seen so far with this bunny rabbit themed product. And I'm also making this video until, like, you know, I don't know which part. Well, of course, I am set to make my videos until like 8 o'clock, but maybe like until the very end of the 8 o'clock hour. Okay, so we've done that, and we'll take a look at this one here. This is a much cheaper product. It costs about £8. It's called the Oriental Villager Penguin and Rabbits 12 pack. There you go. That is the back of the packaging there, right? That's quite a very funky looking Chinese New Year themed product there, eh? That is interesting, isn't it? Got a lot of cartoon bunny rabbits here as well. And it's interesting of where the bunny rabbits are like though. We've also got, you know, portraits of, looks very uncanny seeing bunny rabbits and penguins. That's interesting. I would potentially say that at home. That is interesting. Let me just go ahead and unpack. Oh, I've got, look at that though. Just a nice huge arrangement of products that just came out from the packaging. You've got a nice looking green penguin. In fact, we've got two penguins. There's a lime one and there's a darker regular green penguin there. Actually, I don't know which one's which. And I should show you the lime green one, which is this. That, to be honest, for me, is actually not too bad in the way it's been coloured in, although it's not really the best. Did I just say it was a black penguin? Actually realising it looks more like slightly darkish grey looking than like black. That's a bit strange. And then we've also got like an orange penguin here. I mean, you know what that guys say, it actually isn't too bad having like a mixture of colours of penguins, right? And then we've also got some Asian hats so that you can patronise your penguin if it was living in Asia, be it China, Japan, Korea, any other Asian country there you can think of there. I'd probably guess, do you think Indian people also wear those if they're going to be like, you know, making rice? I know the Thai people love wearing them, same goes for Malaysia. Oh my crikeys, I don't know what to say here because my throat has been absolutely croaky. Right, that's quite a very big looking hat. In fact, I've just noticed the birds are still making a bit of noise here somehow though. There's another orange penguin here as well. I've just decided to wear a conical hat, and then I've also got like another hat as well too, which is interesting, isn't it? Though I'm just basically literally putting on the hats that were provided on the set into the penguins, just to make it interesting. And then we've also got some bunny rabbits. Now we've actually got like 4 different colours. Here's the typical white Easter bunny, and then we've also got like the red one, which looks fairly cute, and then we've also got like a green one, who for some reason looks like it's missing a mouth, which is very strange. Where the hell is its mouth? And we've also got a pink one. It's kind of funny when we have one bunny rabbit that didn't have any mouth detailings. Anyways, I might as well just place them back, as obvious as it sounds. Feels like I've got a pain in the bun. Maybe I need to try and do a jump cut because my bum is actually in total pain. It's like it's burning right behind me though. But anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next product, and it's going to be all about, literally all about ninjas. It's the Flip Origami Penguin Cupboard, £15, Sensei's, Roosting Dojo, Congregating Ninjas, and Colour Variations 12 packs. Oh my crockies! So the nicest thing is that we not only get Sensei, we also got different colours of ninja penguins. Hooray! So there's the back of the packaging, which looks like that. All different colours of penguins that are pretty much trained for Sensei's army of ninjas, which is nice though. So let's see what colours the ninja penguins often tend to have. Teenage Mutant Ninja Penguins is on the card today. Well, we've already heard of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles before, but let's see how many ninjas do we have. So, actually, this makes me think of Pride. You know, see if these penguins are very homosexual. Sorry if I'm going a little bit overboard and a bit carried away. This one looks like we've got like a red one, and then we've got like an orange one. There's so many different colours here. Maybe I should try and assemble all the colours and see what we have. Oh my crikey, mate! There's so many ninja-themed penguins here. So we've got like a red one, an orange one. This is actually kind of crazy though, seeing all different colours of penguins. We've got like a yellow one, a green one, and this one looks like it's got like a bent beak. So we've got the green one as well. This is actually fairly interesting just to get like a nice mixture of penguins of different colours alike. All of them have been nicely coloured in with felt tip markers and pens and whatnot, hey? Except for the black one, which actually looks more greyish looking. Not properly black, but more like, you know, grey, which is sat on top of black. That's interesting. That is a purple penguin and a blue penguin we've got there, hey? And this beak is a bit bent, which is a bit strange. And of course, we've also got like a pink one. I mean, to me, this almost looks like a Pride Month type product. Although, with that being said, it actually isn't. So we've got like a black penguin, who for some reason actually has got like grey in it. And we've also got a brown penguin, which is fairly interesting. Looks like it's interesting. The eyes look very rotund and big looking compared to what I usually think of. And here is Sensei the penguin, which I'm gonna basically assemble him like an absolute minifigure from Lego. Here you go. This is actually fairly nice, and then we'll sort of, you know, assemble them together like that. You see that? That's a nice combination, isn't it? That's very, very nice. Ah, yeah, baby, eh? You can't go wrong with Sensei. Woo! Alright, so that's that product done. It's interesting, they don't actually come with any weapons or anything though, which is actually quite nice just to make room and just to fill the gap in the space of the many ninja penguins that Sensei actually has. It's massive, isn't it, eh? In such a way like that. So many ninja penguins! And in fact, that's actually quite impressive. Seeing all of the ninja penguins. I should have said, what was I going to say? Ninja Penguin Army number 2. Hello, how do you do? I think it's probably one of the best products I've ever covered. So far, indeed, I've been covering so far. Penguins actually is actually getting caught up with other penguins. Hopefully, there'll be other potential flip-up toys to be reviewed. It was also a follow-up from my massive Japanese-themed toy review I did yesterday, even though I wouldn't expect that to be purely Japanese. Yeah. Let's take a look at some more flip-up products next. Who loves a bit of squid? I love squid though. This is a flip-up Origami Penguin Club World. It's a basic squid deep sea frenzy gourmet 12 pack. £11. That's pretty cheap though, although that's a bit expensive at the same time. And here is the back of the packaging there. We've got some penguins and some squids. There's literally about 6 of them. Very similar to the ones that come with fish. It's a little bit, you know, out of place of being totally boring. Basically, we've got a whole bunch of dark coloured penguins. And that's it. Looking basically the best type product I've ever made. And we've got some magpies outside here, as I said before. And we've got like a purple penguin, which looks like that. It's interesting, the face kind of looks like it's a little bit wiped away. And then we've also got like a maroon coloured penguin, which is very unusual. Never knows of seeing that penguin in that colour being coloured in and translated into like a colouring pencil type colour. And then we've also got like a brownish penguin and a dark greenish penguin, which looks like that, the both of them. And we also have black, which is a nice looking colour. Ah yes, this is amazing. And the blue one, of course. It looks like the faces are starting to fade away, the little freaking mouths. But I'll take a look at the squid later on. Interesting. All of a sudden, it's a tad busy outside. Not sure if I might be able to see the magpies outside there, but I just heard them chirping outside there, eh? But yeah, it is quite interesting for what we're serving up for today's sunny day. Although, sorry, I'm just handling the chair in a very rough and very mad sort of way though, eh? That shouldn't be done on purpose. Anyways, we've got some squid. Hey, did you know that the penguins could pretty much feed themselves, but also there's that phenomenon which is only, you know, kind of interesting because it's a little bit like, you know, that only mum and dad could pretty much bring home the bacon, or in this case, regurgitated squid. Why do I say this a lot of times though, eh? It's quite crazy. I remember saying that in my first Penguin Club World tour review. Well, there you go, the squids also have, I'm not sure if you can see that, they've also got like 2 circles as eyes. They're basically like little tiny eyes, can you see that? There's so many penguins in here. I'm actually realising I've been covering so many bloody Penguin Club World toys, and there's just so many of them that I feel like it's going to be very impossible to review the very next moment. Okay, so that product is done. It's so crazy, isn't it, when you have no more flip-out toys to basically review, and then that's it. Yeah. Okay, so what's the next one is about to be reviewed? I'm so glad, I'm actually enjoying this hobby so much though. Sorry I've woken up just a little bit late, but it also proves that I'm actually having so much fun and so much stuff that I can really enjoy and think upon at the best and the worst of times. Interesting. Anyways, maybe after making this video I should probably doze off in my bed for a while though, and see how everything is like. Let's see what we have. We've got like this product here as well. Haven't I already covered that product before? The cats. Have I already covered that before? I'm not quite totally sure though. Basically, fishy oriented cat farm trio top hat. Let me just double check. Have I already covered? Yeah. Is that like a different product? That's actually quite interesting though. I've got some cats. Fishing, of course. I think, is that the same product before? Oh, bless me, mate. Oh, God. Half sneezing then, eh? Sorry, I'm just missing around with the products, then, eh? Because I'm just not sure what I'm looking at, right? Because there's, but anyways. Next product. It's the basic, Fishing Oriental Cat Farmer Trio 12 pack. £15 shifting. I've just ejected all the components out because you know why? I believe, I'm not sure if it's the same toy that I've done it before. And we've got some fish, some frogs, and then we've also got a crab as well though too. It's a very nice little set, isn't it? Let me just show you what they're like. Okay, so we're not being how do you say it, messy around the place out. Let me just see what we have. So we've got some cats, and then we've also got, you know, I should probably design like a little cat cafe, maybe like a Neko themed, Japanese sort of cat themed product, eh? That'll be interesting. Okay, we've got some penguins, which is interesting. There's a blue one here, eh? And there's a red one here as well. And then we've also got like a black one. All of these are done coloured in, of course. The black one is done via chalk pastels, which is interesting, or not, depending on how I sort of review on it, which is nice to know, eh? And we've also got some hats, which look very typically Asian, of course, very Asiatic. Interesting, isn't it? So, with that being said, it actually does look fairly Asiatic, seeing the hats, although I'm just messing all about there because I'm just staining the hats and what they are, eh? Oh well. That looks interesting, doesn't it? Yeah. That's very, very nice. And then we've also got like a frog who sadly he doesn't actually come with like a lily pad. It looks like it's got like a hydrocephalic. Hopefully I didn't say the word phaphline, but like a hydrocephalic head. It's like he's got like a giant inflated forehead. You know, with his arms and stuff. you know, with his arms and stuff being a little bit tiny. And his head is just like upwards. It's like it's got like a head erection. Pretty weird, isn't it? And then we've also got like a crab, who for some reason is mouthless. Can you see that? There's no mouth here. Pretty weird, isn't it? I don't know why I make sounds like this today. Okay, so the next product, or the next component, is this little tiny fish. Yeah, it's just very, very nice having a little tiny fish just to suit the water thing. And we've got some cats. Here's the black cat, looking fairly, it's not too bland, it looks great and fantastic, although the tail, I think it's a nice giveaway though. I love the white coming out of it, it gives it a little bit of difference, and all that stuff. And here's is that a munchkin cat? That looks very, very nice. Yeah, it looks very, very cute. I think the only giveaway would have to be the whiskers, because it does look a little bit more like a dog than a cat. And then we've also got like, it looks like a Shiba Inu. And then we've also got like a, is that a Russian blue cat? I think that's a Russian blue cat. You can definitely tell by the design and all that whatnot. Yeah, that actually looks very beautiful. Okay, so we'll just place them away. That's very good. Seeing some model cats and all that whatnot. I'll just place the penguins wearing the Asian hats back already now, which is fairly fantastic. And I'll grab the fish too. It's amazing of how things sort of contemplate along the way, right? And let's take a look at this one here next. What's this next product? It's a Origami Penguin Cupboard 15-pound product called the Oriental Lotus Community Pond Garden 12-pack, and it looks like that. There you go. Got like a penguin wearing an Asian conical hat, just sliding around like mad with its bum like that. There you go. There's a frog next to a lotus with a lily pad, I suppose, a lily pad with a lotus. And there's the back of the packaging array. There you go. It tells you can actually sort of, you know, go on your own lily pads with the penguins and stuff. You know, you can make your own lily pad pond with lotuses and whatnot. They come. So interesting. I'm actually sort of, you know, a bit going at reviewing toys swiftly and fast. It's interesting. If you look at the frog, it looks like he's actually totally disorientated. I mean, look at the way it's designed. It looks totally disorientated by the looks of it, though. But let me just show you what the frogs are like. So we've got a lily pad. So we've got one frog, one lily pad. Then we've also got like 2 lotuses, which is nice. So we've got like 1 and 2, which is fairly nice to have. It's nice that we've got a bit of lotus action as well, just to have a bit like a nice serene garden palace, so it's called. It's a nice looking lotus. And then we also have that area there as well, which is interesting, isn't it? And there's some crows outside here just squawking about. Nice little lotuses. It looks like a little Indian sort of garden, doesn't it? But then we've also got like a watering can as well. We've got like 2 lily pads. It makes the place looking more fertile and lush, and also moist, if that's a word. And then we've also got some penguins. So we've got like a tealy green penguin, which looks fairly beautiful in terms of its randomization of colours. One second, let me just go back to that watering can next. I want to see how it's been nicely detailed. It's got like white on it. Well, maybe I should actually added a bit more detailing on the bottom part of the white, just to cover it and make it all yellow. But nevertheless, we've also got like a pink penguin. It's actually going to be a very relatively sunny day, but I don't know how tropical is it going to be like though. Let me just, actually I might as well do a bit of a bonus. Let me just show you the weather outside the hay. We haven't had any warm to hot days before the hay, and it's only going to be very sunny throughout the rest of the whole day. 19 degrees Celsius throughout the whole of today. It's just going to be relatively sunny, isn't it? Oh well. I've still got a lot of time to produce videos and stuff. It's totally possible. And then we've got a black one there as well. Actually, there is one thing I've actually forgotten. There'll be other people saying, oh, but I haven't fitting in the hats. Well, here you go. I'm just fitting in the hats. So this one looks pretty big than average though, but just fitting in like, you know, an Asian conical hat like so. Isn't that a bit too stupid and dumb to create hats like that? This is massive. I heard I can really, you know, make accurate, you know, sort of slimmer hats than that, which is interesting. But yeah, that is something. I don't know what to really look out for, but it is something, isn't it, though? And I've still got loads and loads of stuff products to catch up, though, and it's fairly nice to know. Anyways, I'm just going to take a little break, though, just before I should start continuing on to do more toy reviews and whatnot, though. I'll be right back. Whew, where I left off to? I feel like I must have been in some weird loophole. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and cover the next 3 products. We've got this product here, which is the Flip Out Origami Penguin Club World, a very unusual price of £14 or £13.99. This one looks like it's got like a curious looking oriental penguin. It's a basic oriental freshwater lakeish Asian penguin aqua farmer quattro 12 pack. It's about 4 penguins inside here. Whenever I heard the word quattro. So we've got some ducks and fish as well. So it's actually about a mixture of both. So nice to have it actually. It looks fairly nice in so many ways. That looks impressive. Let me just go ahead and take them out. That looks fairly nice. It actually is quite nice to have a variety of penguins in different colours, which is fairly nice to know in so many ways. We've got like a sorry, we've got some headphones here, right? Because I want to block some noise. There's a duck here, and there's another one here as well. Interesting, isn't it? And then we've also got like a red penguin, which looks like that. That's pretty impressive. And there's also a blue penguin here as well. I don't know how much I could really say it, but it's pretty fandango, whatever I'm going to say that. And there's also like a greenish, tealy, aqua type penguin. I was going to say turquoise, and then there's a black one right over here. Pretty interesting, isn't it, though? I don't know how much I could really say, though, in this video, though, because I've got so much stuff to blabber about. And we've also got a couple of some fish here as well. Also, my room is very dirty, so I haven't actually hoovered my room, though. Sorry about that. Don't think I've ever hoovered my room a lot, though, right? So we've got this penguin here wearing a sensei hat. There's another one here as well. Interesting, isn't it, when you have so many penguins wearing, like, you know, sensei hats, pardon me, for that one, alright. And it's very nice to know. We've got a lot of that as well. Maybe that's something I can be encored upon. So many penguins wearing sensei hats. Pretty fun stuff, eh? Pretty fun indeed. Anyways, I'm just going to remove the hell out of those hats and place them back to the actual product as they were. Okay, we'll just place them back. How many Flip Out Origami Penguin Club toys do I think I've actually covered so far? It's crazy, isn't it, though? Maybe there could be other videos, you know, basically along the way. It is just chronically crazy. And what's another product? I might take a look at both of those. Oh wow! Mixed colourful penguin big fish feast 12 pack. £10. That's very unusually cheap though. Usually it's more expensive. There you go. That is the back of the packaging, which looks like that. Freaking out! I don't know how much time I could pretty much make products like that though, eh? But that actually is something. Maybe I should try and do some more tropical themed products, like, you know, a water park theme set. That'd be very impressive. Maybe like a tropical jungle theme. A little bit like going outside with Steve Irwin and just find some dangerous creatures and whatnot though, hey? Oh my god, that is a lot of penguins. Honestly, that is a lot. So, in fact, there's actually quite a lot of penguins. In fact, we've got like a lime green one. There's so many different penguins in different colours. There's a black one. Okay, and we've also got like a blue penguin, which is actually chronically interesting. And oh my crockies, we've got like 2 blue penguins. There's a light blue one, and there's a regular dark blue one here, eh? All covered in different, you know, in paint chalk markings. And there's an orange one here as well. And I've also got like a red penguin. Oh my crockies. How many penguins am I just making there? There's just so many of them here, eh? There's a yellow penguin here, and there's also like a couple of green penguins. There's like a lime green one, and there's also a darkish green one though. Pretty impressive. And then we've also got two fish as well. We've got like two mullets as a, which are red fish, the big red ones obviously. And then we've also got those two fishies here. They look very fantastic. That's beautiful, isn't it, hey? And I really love the renderings of that, and yeah, that looks quite impressive. £10, even though the fish appear, a tad larger than what we actually thought. Another thing I've also realised, it actually comes with 8 penguins, which is actually something you may have never ever guessed. 8 penguins is actually quite a lot of penguins. To have like a massive, to actually get a set like this, it's actually quite a massive loading just to have. Having like 8 coloured penguins. Obviously, once again, it's doing like the same Pride Month type mimicking type thing with the colourful penguins and whatnot. Crazy, isn't it? I mean, how am I gonna squeeze them all together though? Looks like they're all gonna square inside that packaging. That's just a lot of penguins. That's the bulk of it, and then we'll add the fish next. Marvellous, of just how amazing it is. Yeah. I don't know about you, but there's just so many Penguin Club themed products here that I'm just endlessly covering sometimes. It's just chronically massive to get videos done in the way I want them to be. Okay, next up, this one here is a Precious Red Coral Courtship Couple Scuba Dive Display 12 pack. Another Penguin Club themed product. There's the back of the packaging, which looks like that. We've got some penguins wearing scuba diver clothing, which is very mix and matchable. Interesting, they say you can mix and match them from one penguin to another. That's what they used to say. I think nowadays they just say mix and matchable to all penguins. That's actually very nice, and we'll take a look what's inside now, which is interesting. I just can't believe how many of those flip-out penguin toys am I just making here. That's just massive. So we've got like a black penguin, which looks like that. That's actually very impressive. And now we've also got like a pink penguin. There's actually so many different penguins around here, hey? It's actually quite a very impressive little complex toy. I mean, what do we have? This is a snorkel. It's got like a little pair of goggles with a snorkel. It's basically like a scuba diving type product. I think what you're meant to do is basically fit like this. Yeah, that's actually very nice. It's a little bit like Lego minifigures once again. That's the snorkel. And then you also have what appears to be like, I think these are scuba diving feet. They're a little bit shaped like a duck foot though, because it allows the swimmer or diver to swim deeper into the very bigger ocean parts. If you can think about it, hey, that's very massive. That's nice. And because of the sunshine, it actually does feel very tropical outside. Even though it's not hot. I'm just saying it as it is. With the scenery and whatnot. There is another penguin here, of course. There's a blue one here. And we've also got an orange one. That's amazing, hey? Definitely say that to hey. I've been so nice of just keeping myself in touch. Of just making, like, all sorts of penguins in general though. And then, what are those? I think these are meant to be corals. This is very strange though. And then we've also got like another set of, what they're called. That actually looks fairly nice. Yeah, they don't have like, they don't have any, how would you say it? Any scuba diving gas tanks. Over the called, eh? Oh no, I think one of the snorkels have just broken off in pieces. That's not very good. But nevertheless, it is quite a very nice looking set of penguins. I like the of just scuba diving and whatnot. This is so nice. I wonder what other products are. I might have to basically review maybe after this video is ended. But strangely enough, I think I might probably I don't know what to really do now. Should I end the video or not though? It's kind of a bit mind-bogglingly confusing of what am I going to be doing next though, because actually that's it. Okay, I'm back. I'm probably guessing this will have to be like the last of all the Flip Penguin Club Origami products. I'm going to be covering throughout this video today, because I don't know what type of products I might be making. And I thought of making, like, you know, tropical themed products. So anyways, here is this one here. It is once again in the theme of mangoes. It's the Tropical Mango Harvest Family Trio 12 pack. So we've got like penguins just basically working on a mango farm, or on a mango agricultural area. I might have to cover my ears. That's all alright, there you go. It's very impressive. It looks like a young penguin doing parkour skills at the field of mangoes and stuff. Well, that's pretty bad if you do that on purpose. Anyways, I'm just gonna take them out and see what they're like. You know, I do really enjoy reviewing them, and that's actually fairly nice though. So we've got some penguins wearing hats, and then we've also got, look at the mangoes. There's about, how do you say, there's actually quite a lot of mangoes. There's about 5 mangoes here, hey? Very beautiful to collect. Look at the mangoes. There's actually about 5 of them here, hey? I think my criticism will only have to be the box. I wish the box was a little bit slimmer. If it was cut from this height to somewhat a little bit slimmer. I would prefer if the box was a little bit slimmer, I guess. Anyways, we'll just get the penguins to wear their little hats and whatnot, hey? So we've got that. That's a nice looking hat that's wearing. I love that. Hey, that looks cool. It's a green penguin wearing that hat though. What's that one? That is, I'm pretty sure that's a brown. Well, the brown one's here, right? So it's actually orange. Why am I getting colours mixed up today? So we've got like a strange looking, I was going to say sensei penguin ones. Now, why is my mouth muddling today? Probably because I'm just coming up to the end of the video there, because I'm just going to say this product is probably the last I'll be covering though today, because I'm just looking for like generic goddamn penguin club world themed or tropical themed products I might be covering about. But I've actually got a video coming about. If I have some time, I might make a video about the Malaysia 2023 products there, because there's just so many of them, and I might cover them at any time, which are chronically amazing. So here you go, here's the penguin that I've made. This is like a brown penguin with a red cap. Very, very typical youngster. So nice, isn't it? You have lots and lots of penguins being made for commercial purpose, and even the box of mangoes. It takes 2 to mango, or not. Tango out. Maybe I'm just sort of thinking it takes 2 to tango to mango. Why am I doing hilarious jokes on how that, eh? Little running gag jokes, it's pretty funny, eh? So, I think that's about it in this tour review, eh, of penguins and stuff. So, if you really enjoyed so far in this video today, it's funny as it sounds, I'm actually going to be dozing off in the bed just after doing this tour review, because, you know, even though the sunshine's nice and warm, I feel like it's still not yet that, how do you say, it's still not that perfectly hot at the moment though, eh? So it takes a bit of time to get myself used to. So, with that being said, I just need to doze off and take a bit of a nap for a while before I can, you know, straightforward have a nice shower to start a new morning. So anyways, that's it. So if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a like, subscribe for more for videos in the future, and as always, thank you so much for watching it throughout this whole time. I'll probably edit the whole video, and it's bye for now.